minute, don't know. Got a minute of your time. Got a minute of your.
Hush, you gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its side. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye.
That's why it's so funny.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to our podcast, From Vision to Success.
From vision to success, people.
Where we talk about everything from the beginnings, the desires of a goal or a change in behavior, to the end. But we tend to focus on what, Miguel? Tell the people what we focus on.
The messy middle, the disgusting, the thing that's in between. Oh, actually, that sounds so bad.
Anyway, the messy middle.
The messy middle.
When you feel like you want to give up, when you feel like, why am I doing this? When it seems like you're not making progress, but you really are. Yeah. That's what we focus on.
And I hate the fact that you think that you can change me. and then
I feel so. Raquel is my daughter. She's 14 years old, and she was telling me we were talking about you. I don't know. I think it was after the podcast. They looked at the podcast. I can't remember exactly, but we were talking about you, and she's like, yeah. No, what did I ask them? I was like, guys, do you guys think I'm similar like Miguel? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, right? And then Raquel said that when you were teaching at Fat Friday, that when you were talking, she thought of me.
That's gross. That's freaking gross.
She was like, you guys teach very similar. And I'm like, I know, I should say you're welcome.
Well,
you're welcome.
First of all,
Handsies. Okay, so this guy has a issue with people, with physical contact.
It's not that I don't have issues with physical contact. I like physical contact from
his wife, obviously.
From my partner.
Relax. All I do is I just go like this.
I know, pero me siento like icky.
I know, it would be weird. If you were reaching out to me, I was like, what are you doing, man? It was so weird.
So you can't change me. Episode 4.
This is what we're focusing on. Changing. How do you change your friend, your significant other, the person you're besties with, your family member? How do you change them? You
can't. Well, you can, but you can't change me. I know what you're trying to accomplish, and it's not going to work.
I'm just trying to make him a little bit more social.
So
if you saw him, if you saw this guy, you would think he's an extrovert. Which I think, in my personal opinion, I think you're a social introvert.
So you're just making things up now?
No, that's why there's an actual term.
There's an actual term.
Yeah, because I know that even when you go out and even when you enjoy being around people and doing your thing, you still come home exhausted.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the very definition. Usually with extroverts, like talking to people, doing all these things energizes them, so they come home with more energy. For you love these things, you're passionate about them, you like doing them, but you do come home depleted. Your energy has been well spent in doing these things, right?
So yes and no.
Okay.
So good observation, but yes and no. So I come depleted because my workshops tend to be active workshops. Mm-hmm. Right? And so...
But mentally you feel fulfilled.
Mentally and spiritually I feel fulfilled. Yes. I feel like people enjoy my workshops, they enjoy the conversations, and I feel good.
That's because of the purpose that you have and because you're passionate. Right. Now take away the purpose of a gathering and just having it be a social gathering just for funsies. It's like this guy, honestly, he is not social. He is an introvert. He goes into turtle formation like...
I hate the fact that she's named it too, turtle formation.
You totally go.
So yesterday there was what she means was yesterday there was an event It was so again in our church we have youth that like to serve missions, and then they go on the missions. And normally right before their missions, during Sunday, there's something called a farewell talk. It's their last talk before they go out, right, kind of thing. So one of our good friends, Evelyn Chialuca, Sister Chialuca now, she's serving in Mexico. She will be serving in Mexico.
She's going to be going for 1.5 years and serving the people of Mexico.
Right, and Spanish speaking and stuff like that. Phenomenal. I saw a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a long time, saying hi to them, whatever. And then there was this munch and mingle afterwards. I
come in. So let me give you some context. I saw you coming into the chapel. I saw you, and I already knew your body language was very tense. You came in with your mom, and when you were walking, I was like, oh man, he feels uncomfortable. Anyway, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you because I have youth that I have to go to. I did my thing. I had a meeting afterwards. I come into the munch and mingle, and I'm talking to someone, and the first thing that I do is I look up, and this guy's off in the corner.
I'm not in the corner.
I would call this a corner. We have a stage. There's a wall here. There's a curtain here, and he's there. And it's not even that you know that he's in turtle formation. This is how you know. Are you ready? This is how I know that you're in turtle formation.
Keep talking. Go.
You see how he's sitting right here? He's sitting comfortable. He's sitting like nice and straight and whatnot. If he is uncomfortable, he will like hunch his back. Like all of a sudden, like his shoulders come forward, and he will take out his phone just to pretend like he's busy. He'll be like,
somebody send me a message. What am I going to do?
Okay. I send you messages that you never reply to.
That's because it's you.
I'm like, please. And this guy is like, oh, you're my favorites. Okay.
You can wait.
Okay. Like I send this guy messages. I get replies, like 3 months later?
But I reply.
Please.
So there was a gathering, whatever. And so here's the thing is, and I was trying to trace it actually. So I did. I went to the car and I went to go hide. And one of the reasons why I went to...
So matter of fact. Mike, my husband, saw him and he's like, oh, I got to take a call. and I already knew when Mike was telling me about the call, I was like, there's no call. He's hiding in the car.
I was hiding in the car.
And I was totally going to go, but it didn't work out.
Yeah. So I was in the car and I was analyzing why, I'm pretty, because I think the line of work that we're in, right? We've become really, really good at assessing situations, but also self-assessing. Based on the books that we read, we look at those triggers, we look at those points, those tells, and then we try and,
you're like, I'm actually doing that, right?
Yeah,
like the very stuff that like you point out on other people, and I'm like, oh.
So yesterday was one of those days for me. I was in the car and I was like, okay, why am I like this? Why do I pull away from social gatherings and stuff like this and whatever? And
it's not just this gathering, it's every gathering.
Yeah, it's every gathering.
And the only time that you're fully comfortable and you feel I like, from what I can tell the difference based on your body language is when you are in charge of an event, when you're participating in an event, when you are the energy of the event, you're good. You will be there from like setting up to taking down. You will be one of the last person. You will be working the crowd. You will be working, talking to you, talking to parents, talking to leaders. Like, you got this. But if you're invited somewhere, that is where, because the same thing happened. Like, now thinking back on my 40th birthday party.
Oh my gosh.
It was same thing, turtle formation. Because there was people he didn't know there.
But again, when I went into the gym, okay, so here's the thing. So we talked about a little bit as to why, right? Like my circles and all that other stuff. Okay. But there's also part 2 to this.
Okay, tell me.
And it's more of a psychological thing.
Okay.
Right? And so I came home and I was like, okay, why am I like this? And I'm in the car and I'm like, why am I like this? Growing up, I had, what can you say? I had my group of friends, but before I got into, I was a pretty popular kid. Like, not to boast or not to whatever, but we were one of the cool. We were the cool crowd. Yeah. Right.
I can see that. I mean, your personality, and if you're feeling comfortable, you're like the life of the party.
100%. We would walk into any party. Oh, there's Miguel and the boys, right? And so Louis and I, we were tied at the hip. We're just like we were live of the party. But and that only started in grade 11, 10 and 11. Okay. Before then, I was the ugly duckling.
So it took you time to develop.
And okay, you relax with your words.
Are they fighting words?
No, they're hurtful words.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Has nothing to do with developing. such a horrible person.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I meant like in your confidence.
Yeah.
Not physically,
Yep.
but I guess you could be both.
Okay, no, I took it as a physical development.
No, I meant confidence wise.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, and I remember.
But I mean, it could have been both, I guess. Bust out the pictures from grade school.
Oh, you do not want to see those pictures.
Oh, we gotta bust them out.
No, we're not. But anyways, so I remember going to parties. I remember going to school dances and stuff like that.
Prior to you being popular.
Prior to
Okay.
me being popular, I remember going to all these parties, all these dances and stuff like that. And I remember walking in and there were cliques already
Okay.
created.
Okay.
And so when I would go in, I would feel like that third wheel, and they would be having conversations, and I'd just be like, "There, hey guys,
What are you talking about?
what do you-
Yeah.
hey guys," and then like, "Hey," and you can tell in the faces if they don't want you around.
So you don't want to feel the rejection.
I don't want to feel a rejection. I don't, and it's not that I could care less about. I'm close to 50 now. Like I don't care about rejection, being liked or not liked. I don't. What it is, I hate intruding and being a third wheel in cliques that already been created. And it's psychological, and it stems from me being in like middle school and all this other stuff, but I can't help it.
Well, the funny thing, because I like look around, I mean, some of the people were sitting, I think the younger people were sitting with like their friends, and maybe, I wouldn't say a clique, maybe just their friends, but I'm like, I was sitting with something, like people completely off that I normally wouldn't sit with.
Yeah.
I'm like, same thing with like our other friends, everybody was in different tables.
Yeah.
So I'm like, to me, I'm like, what? Clique? What? Like everybody was just mingling with other people.
But when I walk in, there's a table with people already having conversations. There's another table over there, people having conversations. Another table over there, people
Why
having
don't you
conversations.
start your own table?
What do you mean?
I just sat
So
on
do
a
I
table
just
and
sit down and be
people
like,
come.
okay, who wants to be my friend?
I just sat down and there was just people that came and sat. Hence, I just started talking to them.
Well, and again, that's what I was kind of doing, sitting by the stage, starting my own table. And certain youth came up, hey, Miguel, brother Martinez, and they're
Oh, please. You had like such a close off body language. I am so sure not as many people went up to you just for the fact that you were turtle formation.
So one sister comes up to me, and that's when I went to the car, that's why I did that self-analyzing, right? She goes up to me, she goes, "You look different."
Turtle formation.
And then, stop with the turtle. She goes, you look different. And I go, okay, thank you. And she walked away. And I'm like, what does she mean? So then she walked by again. I'm like, hey. I'm like, good or bad? She goes, oh, no. Good. And she walked away. I'm like, you're lying to me, woman. But
you know what it was? You looked visibly uncomfortable.
I did. I was very uncomfortable.
I think these are areas of growth. Because okay, this is the thing. I agree with having a smaller circle of friends. Your ride and die friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing wrong with expanding that circle and getting to know other people.
You're right.
You're like, I just don't want to do it.
just leave me alone. That's not for me. That's not my cup of tea.
You know what? And that's what, when we were talking prior to the podcast, I was just telling him, I'm like, okay, this is something that we're going to work on.
No, we're not working on
We're
this.
working on it. He's giving me a challenge and I accept, just like our scary
Who
challenge.
gave you a challenge?
did.
I did not give you
By
a challenge.
opening up, you gave me a challenge.
You are like, I mean, I would hate to be your friend.
You are my friend,
know.
and hence you get the wonderfulness that comes with being my friend.
Yeah, I don't
You're
want
welcome.
It. No, don't
You're
want
welcome.
it. Here we go. Here, what's up, guys? Good morning, John Carroll. He's back from. He is back from Disney.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he says he pictures me with a windbreaker, using 90s insoles like the bone, like his bone heat. Or what?
At this bone heat?
No, bonehead.
Oh, bonehead.
Bonehead or something. Oh, bonehead. Yeah. No, I was never the mean guy. There's comfort in being in control.
Yeah.
If you're not in control of the situation, it can be uncomfortable. Thank you, Leslie. Absolutely. Yes. And yesterday I was not in control.
And so it's harder for you. I think it's easier for you when you are the one in control. And I'm like, when you walk in and now you have to rely on somebody else being in control or somebody else leading, that is not when it's fun for you.
And everybody was doing their own, even including Tegan. She was out there doing her own thing, and so it was like I couldn't even hold on.
Tegan is very social. Like she's super social.
She says she's not.
She's able to hold a conversation with literally anybody.
Yeah.
And she has this ability that she just like she's just one of those people that you tell her your life story and you're like, wait, like where did that come from? Like, was I supposed to?
And she can take it and she listens. She
Yeah.
doesn't judge. She's a good listener. She's a good conversator.
Yeah.
So you guess what?
Are you talking to me? Yes. What? I was like, who are you talking to?
Who else? Oh my God.
Sorry, you were reading there, so I'm like, are you reading something? Okay.
No. So we got. I didn't even tell you this when you came in because you came in like towards the end
Of what?
of us before starting.
Oh, I thought you meant yesterday.
No, today.
Okay, what's up?
So Seth is.
Oh, he did tell me. But go ahead, share.
What did he say?
He told me yesterday.
What did he say?
He said that he's officially with MTC Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's actually, today's his first day working.
That's amazing.
And so I told him every day we will start work at 7.
Okay.
And so, which forces him to wake up early, like at 5.
Yeah.
And to like get his morning studies and all these different things. And so he even put up a post like, I got my life back.
I know. I did see it this morning.
Yeah.
I know. Honestly, Seth is just,
Well,
he's like the better version of you. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Madre, that hurt. Dang. Cool.
I'm just joking.
No, you're not
This guy's
joking.
amazing. But like Seth is just, he's you but kinder. He's you but more like open. He's you. Sorry.
Bro, like,
Your face.
I guess I can't believe you're saying this to my face and not behind my back.
No, whatever I say, I would never say anything that I wouldn't say to your face. You know what I mean? Like, I would never. First of all, nobody's allowed to talk bad about you. There may be things that I can say, but nobody else can say them. Don't come at me telling me anything about Miguel.
Yeah. No. So the funny thing with Seth is so he's been working at a hotel,
Yes.
right? And that took a lot out of him because he would have to leave here at 3. No, before that, he would have to leave between 1 and 2 to start at 3
In the morning?
at night.
in
During the
the
day,
afternoon,
during the
okay.
afternoon, right? And then he would work there all night and then finish around 1 o'clock in Toronto and then come home. And so he'd be coming home like around 1, 2, 3 o'clock sometimes.
Yeah, because he has to take the go, I guess, right?
He would take the bus. He would take the car to the Weston station.
Yeah.
And then from there, he would take the TTC and the subway and all that other stuff, right? So he was coming home late.
Yeah.
He was sleeping in. He wasn't getting his studies in. And then he would wake up and then have like an hour or 2 to do his thing, like, because he's doing pathways as well.
Yeah, I know. That's what your mom-in-law told me.
Yeah, so-
I get all my intel now from the rest of your family members because you never tell me anything.
I don't want to tell you. There's a reason why I want to keep a social distance from you. And then
I know. I should have you know that I have a great relationship with your wife,
Good.
with your kids,
go for it.
with your mom,
Go for it.
and with your in-laws.
Go for it.
I have shared tears with all of them.
Go for it. Stay away from me, because whatever I tell you, you take it as an act of violence, and you're like, I challenge you, and I'm like, I'm not challenging you. I'm just telling you.
It's like I draw
It's
myself.
like no, you blinked, you gave me the sign. I'm like, go away. I did not.
You did blink. You did give me the sign, so I will. Anyway, go ahead.
And so he was like, he was getting burned out, and he didn't have time to work his calling. He didn't have to go out with friends.
Yeah.
Like nothing, like absolutely nothing. And so
The
now,
service industry, the hospitality industry, it is so hard.
yeah. And so now, let me just put this on silent. And so now, that he's got a more steady hours. He's going to be working 40 hours, but like by 2 o'clock he's done.
Yeah.
3 o'clock he's done. He has time now to go to bed a little bit later and hang out with the family and go out with friends and
More balance.
play video games and do his studies and stuff. So yeah, he's all excited. He's like, I got my life back. So
I know. I saw his post this morning, and I saw him waking up at 5. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah.
And we had a planning meeting this morning.
Nice.
And so he's going to be cutting our videos.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he's going to be using Opus Clip and all that stuff. And so he's going to have it ready for us to post on our socials.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So he's pumped up. But what do we have here? He's standing there, and people came up to Miguel, and he's
He's like, hey, yo, you want to see a yo-yo trick? Yes, he totally shut up. Be in control of that yo-yo.
Jonathan Calman, what's up with you? Tell me, were you one of these cholos? No, I was not a
That
cholo.
you're like, I would have vato.
I was never a cholo. I was never a
Jonathan, you
cholo.
kill me. You're so funny.
Well, is that how you really feel? Yeah, with hair. Oh yeah, taking with hair. Yeah. So yeah, so it's funny because seeing Seth's transformation from where he was before to what he is now is a perfect segue into our podcast.
The legacy, work, finances, and family purpose. That's the one, right? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Why do you?
I'm just joking. I obviously I have it in front of me. I do prep for them.
No. I know you have it in front of you because I just sent it to you, but that's not the
No,
point.
that's not true. This is the one that you sent me on October 20th, right? And I review them, and I know
So what are the two habits that we're going to be talking about today?
career success and financial. That was so awkward. Our hands touched.
I
Please
know.
don't do that again. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Seth is a mini you, but with hair. Yes. Yes.
I can feel the girl cooties.
Oh yeah, it's lotion. I'm feeling it.
Don't touch it.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm very excited about talking with regards to legacy. I thought you were going to add something.
I'm waiting for you to. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Did you work out this morning?
No, I think that's what it is. Because I don't know if I think I told you I sprained my groin area yesterday.
She's getting old. She can't even walk properly and without like pulling something.
You know, I always thought when Mike used to pull things or other people pull things and they're like, and I'm like, what did you do? Or other people ask them, they're like, I don't know. I was just walking. I was sleeping. And I'm like, how does that even happen? Right. I experienced it yesterday for my very self.
And it was like your groin.
Yeah, it is. So my foot went a different way. I was walking and there was a slippery portion and I didn't even fall. It wasn't even like a huge turn, but my heel, like my foot, went this way.
Okay.
And I think in the midst of that, it like popped something. And when I went to go take my next step, I was like, oh my gosh, right? So there's this sharp pain that goes all the way from my groin area to my toes and to like halfway up.
Are you
Anyway,
serious?
yeah. Yesterday was I had a bit of a hard time sleeping.
And you know why that happened, right?
Why?
You were on your way to scaring me.
I know. I was.
And the gods were angry.
They were
and
like,
they were
not today,
protecting me.
Maria.
Good.
Not today.
Good.
No, I wasn't. I think I just. You had already left by then. No.
I know. I had already left, and you were on. You told me you were.
Yes.
I was on my way to scaring you, and I pulled something, and you're
No,
like, "Forget this."
I was on my way to grab this guy out of the car and bring him back in.
Scare. Tell the truth.
No, it's okay. But yeah, anyway, I ended up pulling it. So then yesterday when I came home, I was in a lot of pain. This morning, I was in a lot of pain. So I decided to go back to bed to try to rest my leg. And it does feel slightly better, but I still have a bit of discomfort. And you know, if I didn't work out, I work out once and I go for a walk later, right? If I don't do anything, it's because I'm really, really sick or something's really in pain.
So when I threw my back out, I was lifting. I lifted heavier than I wanted to. No. Hang on one second. I lifted heavy more than I should. What? I lifted more than I should have because I knew, but I was pushing my body and I was successful and they were clean, but I guess I didn't build up to it.
Yeah, your form was off because if you got hurt, then your form must. Yeah,
Maybe.
you didn't build up to it. It was
Yeah.
too heavy, and then your form
Yeah,
might have
maybe.
been too.
So I was going to the chiropractor for a while, and then they said that anything that has to do with lifting or pulling, whatever, one way to realign everything is laying in bed and having half of your leg hang down,
Okay.
right? So you're
Like off the bed. Like
off the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. So your leg is like
One leg is in, and then the other leg is down.
correct.
Okay.
And then just pulling the leg that's hanging down, pulling it back.
Okay. I know. I do a lot of hip. The thing that hurts me of the reason why this happens is because I do take good care of my body. I don't just do
Doesn't matter. You're getting old, dude.
do the
You're
like
old.
the strength training. I do mobility. I take care of these hips like no one's business.
Doesn't matter.
And then I still pulled something.
You're
I'm
not Shakira.
my hips do lie.
Your hips
My hips lie to me.
I'm glad that you caught the reference because I was like, I don't want that joke to fail.
No, I caught it. You
Okay,
see?
good. Yeah,
But yeah, so I'm struggling right now with that. And I'm going to see. I might do some hip mobility later or a gentle walk, but I don't know. We'll see.
Do that. And then I started doing,
That water bottle needs a wash. Do you remember?
I know that it smells.
Yes. If you haven't been with us for a very long time, or if maybe you missed this podcast, for several podcasts, Miguel's water bottle smelled like fish. There was something so disgusting. I don't know what happened. I don't know what he had in there, but it smells so bad.
It was
It was some type of supplement, I think, that you were taking.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. It smelled like fish. I think it was like, smell it.
And I didn't know what it was. Because do you know how often you should be washing your water bottle?
People do it daily. I do it like every couple of days, 3 days.
Mine
maybe.
goes months.
It's water.
It's water.
If you look when it starts like turning black, that's the time. Or if it smells, you should be washing it.
But it then never smells unless I put product in there. Then it starts to smell. But if I just have water or creatine,
yeah,
months will go. It's just water.
I don't know. I mean, granted, I'm not my secrets. I'm not the best at washing it every day, but I try to wash it at least once a week. When my kids are like, it tastes funny. Can you wash it? And I'm like, oh yeah.
Frijoles used to be in there. It's like,
that's so gross.
But yeah. So anyways, that was our weekend. So if you ever, and I apologize, I just coughed in the mic. So if you ever see me in a public setting and I look
uncomfortable,
yeah, like a pollo comprado, right? It's a Spanish term which means like bought chicken. I'm. It's not that I don't like you. I really do like you. I love people.
He's just uncomfortable.
I'm just sometimes I'm uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's so interesting to me because people see you in such a light, and I used to see you in that light too, like the life of the party. But getting to know you, I realized there are certain aspects where you just
dark.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't agree with me.
No, he's not dark, but no, there are certain aspects that you're like not comfortable with, right?
Yeah, I push it. So it's funny enough. So I used to call that the Michael Jackson effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Explain to me.
It's my term. Like
okay.
to better understand it. I just call it the Michael Jackson effect, and that's when he's on stage.
He's completely different.
Powerful being, like his facial gestures, his voice rockets, and he's just like this presence of a monster man. Just his aura is just incredible. And then when you're doing interviews, he's just like talking like this and like, oh my gosh, and
he's a softer.
He's
person.
A very soft person,
yeah.
just very shy and like, yeah, this is my Elvis collection, and the way. But when he's on stage, he's like a different beast, right? So that's what it is, and it's not that trying to emulate him, but just I guess there are people out there that when they're performing, I guess you can say,
But you are the same person, though. I do have to say, knowing you in both aspects, you are the same person. I think the conversation that you and I had prior to the podcast, where you're like, I don't want people judging me. I don't know if I should have said.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, but I think it's because there is this side of you that is.
I'm very self-conscious.
Yeah, and I think with this side of you, like that, you don't always want to be. You're funny, right? But sometimes that funniness is.
Careful. Be careful what you say next, dude. What the freak? What are you gonna say?
No.
Finish that sentence.
Okay, really, what it is that you're your true self, and sometimes what happens is that you don't want to be judged for being your true self, for really being who you are, who like Tegan sees, and who I see, who like your real close friends see, right?
Yeah.
Because you know what? Sometimes he'll make jokes, and the jokes are a little like you're like. But I mean, who am I to say?
Yeah.
I'm his friend, and remember what he says and the things that come out of his mouth. Probably I've said similar things, so I cannot even say anything. So if you're judging him, you're judging me.
Yeah, there's certain things that I've said I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that.
And so I think that's why you want to be comfortable with people. You don't want to edit yourself, and you're like, forget it. I don't want to edit myself, so I just want to be internal formation. I don't know. But people are missing out from your like jokes, from just you being you. That's the thing. You're taking that away.
No, they're fine.
I honestly think
they're fine.
Anyway,
they'll survive. You don't. Knowing me could hinder your progression.
No. You might be a little like. Anyway.
Yeah. So today's podcast, it is about legacy building. right? And then, so again, today's our final, it's our 4th episode series out of the 4. And to give you a 10-second recap, we had a while back, about 5 episodes ago, we talked about building healthy habits in your life. And then we looked up 7 things. And so then we went to Chad and said, hey, take these 7 and build them into a 4-part series for families. And then the problems here, career success habits and financial habits. When you...
What happened? You didn't review it before we were on here?
I did.
You had to like...
No,
You're busy getting upset with me for not knowing exactly.
you didn't know what we were going to talk about
I
today.
100% knew.
You're such a liar.
I knew. We talked about it yesterday. And not yesterday, last week.
What are the 2 habits? Don't look it up. Look at me.
Legacy.
Nope.
Education.
No, what are the
And-
habits?
Okay, having shared family goals.
Nope.
Yes.
No, dude.
Look.
Career and success.
Oh yeah, and financial habits. Sorry, I was thinking about some of the aspects that we're gonna cover.
And so it's now question for you. Why is it important to have good financial habits in the home?
Because you're teaching your kids, right? whatever you do, your kids are gonna emulate, whether you like it or not, or whether they want to or not. So, for instance, for myself, financial habits. I grew up in an Ecuadorian household where, in Ecuador, I don't know if it's different now, but you don't worry about retirement. What you do is you work and you pay for your day, right? So I didn't grow up with budgeting. I didn't grow up with savings. I didn't grow up with like kind of knowing anything. Maybe my parents did have savings accounts and they did have those money talks. But from where I was standing, all I could see is either I was told we didn't have money for it, or like we were stressed about money, or we bought something on credit and then paid it off. Never were in super like debt, but I didn't know the logistics of money and how it worked.
Yeah.
Now, because that's how I grew up, I came into our marriage with Mike and that's what I brought. And the difference with him, there was a lot of conflict because with him and his family, he grew up with budgeting. He grew up with financial goals. He grew up with savings. But then he also grew up with the mindset of like money doesn't grow on trees. So it's about being like super frugal and all that stuff. And I didn't grow up with that mindset.
Yeah.
My dad was more of the mindset like if you want it, you work for it and you buy it.
Yeah.
So the importance of having these financial goals and financial habits as a family is that you are setting up not only yourself for your future, but you're also setting up your future generations.
Yeah. I think my biggest pet peeve, and this has to be like a massive pet peeve of mine, is when people say, and normally there's a psychological blueprint that's been installed when they were young.
Yeah.
And it's come forward now that they're older, which is the saying of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, they misinterpret. It comes from scripture, but it's not like they don't. Yeah. It does come. It's the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
But often that love is not said. It's just like money is the root of all evil.
But we can even take it deeper than that, right? Because loving money is not bad.
But if that's your first, then that is the problem.
If the love of money supersedes the love of God or family, then that's when it becomes bad, right?
Yeah.
If your whole purpose, and you set aside family values, you set aside church values, you put Christ second in your life, you put Sabbath worship second, like if all of that stuff takes a back seat, and then what's driving this car is just money, that's when it becomes bad. Loving money is not a bad thing. Like we're put here on earth to, and even the scriptures, Doctrine and Covenants talks about it, right? That we are to use, that the world is here for pleasing to the soul and pleasing to the eye. So driving that nice car that you like, that's not a bad thing. Dressing in the clothes that you want to wear and whatever, that's not a bad thing. The problem is that, like, you know what? I have a car payment, this Lamborghini, and I have to work on Sundays and forget church or forget reading my scriptures because I got to make money. Then that becomes a problem, right?
What's your first value? That's why understanding values is so important, because then only that can guide you. And then you can see, okay, am I doing this? Is it aligned with what I want or not? And then you can make the decision.
Yeah. And if you take a look at it, and the perfect example is the boy Rich. or the rich young man, the rich lad.
Oh, in the scriptures in the Bible.
in the New Testament.
Yep.
Right. So this kid, he was successful. Right. He was very, very successful. He had possessions. He had land. He had possessions. He had everything. And then the kid asked, Christ. He goes, what do I need to do to get into heaven? And he goes, well, you gotta keep the commandments. You gotta be a good person. And he started listing all these staple things of what a good person should look like, what a good Christian should look like. And the boy was like, I've done all of that. Right? Like that's it. I've done it. So this boy lived a good life, being a good Christian, being a good person, doing good unto others, keeping the commandments, and he was still successful. But then he said, what? Leave everything and follow me. And that's when you saw his true colors, where he loved his possessions more than he loved following Christ, right? And so that's the whole thing. So it's being a good person, but it's not loving God before money.
Yeah.
So and so as parents, we have a huge obligation, massive obligation, to teach kids to love money accordingly, not to be the end all and be all. So teaching them about budgeting, teaching them about savings, and I think there is value as well in if you want something, you got to work hard and buy it.
Oh yes, of course.
And I think so.
Yeah.
I think those principles that your dad taught you were extremely important because it's gone you where you wanted to be as well, right? But it's a balance of
It's balance of both.
a balance of both of those things.
I do have to say, with my family values, yes, you're right. If my dad wanted it, like, he got it. Like, there was many things that him and my mom weren't aligned in, like, what they should get, but he wanted it, he got it, right? Which it is in somewhat of a good attribute to have a goal, to know what you want and go for it, right? Maybe the logistics of it weren't the best, but nonetheless, he did his best, right?
Yeah.
But then with my husband's side of the family, with my side of the family, I guess they did do the budgeting, they did do everything, but where it was hard is that they always felt like they could never get enough. Like they could never progress. Like something, if they saved something was always going to happen, right? So it was just that mindset that kept being perpetuated as well, that I'm never going to be able to get ahead.
Yeah.
So it's I was going to say, I'm like, it's just those things that sometimes we think that money is about knowledge, when in reality, money is about behavior. Is based on the things that we do.
I've said that before.
Okay, sure. From where I've read,
I was the one that taught that to you.
No, I learned it from Dave Ramsey.
And what do you think Dave Ramsey got it from?
Where did he get it? Tell me.
From me.
Anyway, do you even know who Dave Ramsey is?
It's a guy that talks about money.
There you go. Well, anyway, let's not even get into details.
But
one of the things that he did say is that all of us think that when we get into financial issues, that there's a knowledge gap, that like, oh my gosh, I must not know enough. Oh my gosh, like there's something. But it's like, it's never a knowledge gap. It's a behavior gap.
Yeah.
So when we start changing the behavior, our finances start changing.
Yeah. And so the thing about today, right? It's not just about building financial habits, but it's also careers. So let me ask you, if your kid comes to you and says, I don't want to go to school and I want to start a business.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Schooling. So this is our family thing. I am not an end all be all for university. I am an end all be all for education.
Yeah.
But I believe that education can come in very different forms. It can come in university. It can come in colleges. It can come through life experience. It can come through working with mentors. Like, there's very many different ways to gain that knowledge. I'm not a huge fan about universities right now, just for the fact that there's so many programs and there's so much money that you invest into these programs, and the return on the investment of the money that you put into it doesn't come back. You're working retail, you're working fast food, you're working all these jobs that you could have gotten without having a degree. So that's my whole thing. Now, if you talk to me about colleges, I'm all for it, because I believe we need trades. We need people to do those kind of jobs, and they pay extremely well. So if my child was to have a desire to go into the trades and they wanted to do that, 100%. My daughter wants to go to university. She wants to become a vet, but that is a profession that I know that there will be a return on investment. Now, my younger kids, I don't know what they'll want to do.
Yeah, when it comes to education, it's funny because I literally just had this conversation with Tegan on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday night. And because we're talking about Seth and we're talking about like Elias now, he's on his mission and just with the rest of our kids. One thing that you have to understand is for me, and I don't know how you feel about this, but for me, I think one of the biggest mistakes people can do as parents is you're done college or you're done high school. Now you got to go to school, continue your education, college, university.
I'm not. That's like wasting money to me. The kids that go just to try figure things out. You know how expensive it is to go to a university to figure things out. Oh my gosh, I cringe.
I work with college students, and the amount of people, like I think it's over 70% of all the students that when they first start their education, then they figure out what they really want, and then they switch careers or they switch paths. And so now, and what kills them, and you can see that, like how it's killing that they've taken X amount of courses and only less than half of what they've taken is transferable into their new path of choice. And so now they walk away with like $15,000, $20,000 of debt per year. And then 2 years in, they're like, I want to change majors. And so now I have to restart this whole thing all over again. I'm like, that.
It's like that forever student.
Oh my gosh. And I know people like that. Like they felt, they just keep going back to school and whatever. So I always tell when I'm working with parents, when I'm working with kids, I always tell them like, listen, don't just stop. You go to school, you go to high school. That's great. Take a year off. Figure out what you want to do. Even if you're working at McDonald's, I don't care, right? Figure out what you want to do, and then talk to people. Go into a business and see if they're accepting like part-time volunteer opportunities, right? In the industry, I work with a school in Halton Region, Catholic School Board, and every year they have this program where they take a bunch of kids from the high schools in grades 11 and 12. They put them in throughout the summer. They put them in co-op courses. The amount of kids that come back and be like, I am so grateful that I didn't do this because I hate working with kids.
Yeah. And all they thought is that they wanted to be a teacher or they wanted to be an ECE.
Grade 9, 10, 11, it's like, oh my gosh, I want to be a teacher. Then we put them in a teacher course, and then they come back and we're like, this is the worst experience that I've ever had in my entire life. One girl, she was like, I want to be a veterinarian, whatever.
Yeah.
They put her in a vet program, and then she was seeing animals being put down.
And that was too much for her.
And it was way too much for her. And she was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And so she came back and be like, I need to change what I want to do now, right? And so, again, take a year off. Don't. And again, I know that I'm going against some parents out there that is this mentality that you have to go to whatever.
I think it's because sometimes we parent out of fear. If we are fearful that they might not go back to school, we're like, don't do that. Just go straight into school, figure it out after.
Yeah.
But I guess like I do get it, because when you were saying it, I did feel that parent resistance.
Yeah.
Even with myself, I'm like, what are you going to do in that year? But then I do understand where it's valuable.
So there's a part 2 here, but you interrupted me, but thank you very much. So the part 2.
Why do you even do a podcast with me? I should just walk out. This should be just Miguel's podcast.
Listen to me right now.
Should I walk out?
You're just a place.
Me.
You're a placeholder.
We're looking for the next.
We got it, Seth. Seth is gonna
Seth, you're watching. Come down. That'll just replace me.
Don't come down. He has an assignment. As he's watching the podcast, and he told me he has an assignment. But there is a part 2 to this, right? So that first advice is for kids that don't know what they want to do. Okay. Right?
Yep. I agree.
Those are for those kids that don't know. They don't know if they want to go into a trade. They don't know if they want to go into a professional career. They just don't know.
I totally agree. If your child does not know, or even maybe if they graduated not with the grades that they were hoping to graduate, a year off would be ideal.
Yeah. So stop interrupting me. But anyways, so part 2.
Okay, I'll stop talking. I'll just watch you.
Don't look at me either. But part 2, can you stop that? You're so demon looking.
Go for it.
No, I don't want to talk to your head either.
Okay, go.
There's a massive difference just listening and like staring into my soul. You know that, right?
I already know what your soul looks like. It's fine.
It's dark.
It is very dark.
It is very dark. No, and then part 2 is to those kids that do know what they want to do.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm so sorry. I know probably some of you were expecting a much more polished podcast.
Yeah, this is
perhaps
not
a
it.
much more professional podcast.
This is not it.
We talked to you about the messy middle. We are very much in our midst of our messy middles.
Just keep scrolling. Yeah,
Okay.
you're not going to get that here. But there are those kids that actually do know exactly what they want to go into.
Yeah. That's
And-
Raquel for me. As of right now, she's like, this is what I'm doing. Like, she has researched at university. She knows what she needs. She's watching insane about vet shows. She's okay with putting down animals.
Yeah.
She's good.
So, and Tegan was, she, from young high school age, she always knew she wanted to do hair.
Yeah.
Always. Like, what do you want to do? I want to be a hairdresser. She always knew that. And so as soon as she graduated high school, the next step was easy for her, and she finished her program, and now she's a successful business owner, hairdresser, right? So you do get a few people that know exactly what they want to do, and then you just got to figure out how you're going to get there. So if it's you want to be a teacher, then obviously schooling. If you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, obviously schooling. If you want to be a business owner, if you want to be an accountant, you have to go to schooling. But if you want to be like a business owner or exporting import, there are many multiple ways to get an education. And we live in an era where information is at our fingertips, right?
So accessible.
And so 100%. Who was I talking to? They went to one of those off-call, like a DeVry,
Okay.
kind of like,
It's
there's a name for them.
community college, I guess they're called in the States, or like private colleges, because they're not. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like you do a year or two or something
Yeah.
like whatever, and they're successful. Like they went in, they got the Coles note of that education to practice that education. You don't need a license, you don't need a career, but they just needed the information. And so they just went in, got it, came out, and now they're running like this crazy successful business, right? And so I'm not for pushing kids just because.
Yeah.
And I told Seth many times, I'm like, listen, dude, you're not going to get pressure from mom and dad. Take the year off, figure it out, do pathways and
Yeah.
whatever, right?
That's like us with our kids. So we, I think our area and where the kids are going to school, the parents are very much about education. And don't get me wrong, I do not think that education is a negative thing. I do see the emphasis where education becomes the main driver, and the kids are only doing schooling and not learning life skills. So they don't know how to like clean their house.
Yeah.
They don't know how to sweep. They don't know how to make something for themselves. They don't know anything else but this, because they have to be in after school programs related to education. They have to be in summer school programs
Yeah.
related to education, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's balance in all things. I do, if academics is a priority for your life, absolutely. Like that should be a priority, but don't forget that our children are going to become adults, and they're going to be living in their own and eventually have families of their own.
Yeah.
So how do we want to set them up for that part of their life?
I knew someone and they became an engineer because mom and dad told them that they had to be an engineer.
Yeah.
And so they were an engineer, they were whatever. I worked with this family before the pandemic. And so this guy, he would go in successful, but he would come home married, couple of kids, and he would come home just
Discouraged, depleted,
angry, upset, on edge and stuff like that. And so I spoke to him and I'm like, what, like, you know, let's talk about your life. Like, what do you do? And he goes, oh, I'm graduated. I have a degree in this. I got my master's and I'm working as an engineer for this company. I'm like, that's amazing. He's like, yeah, it's not really what I want to do. I'm like, so why did you decide? Well, my parents, they forced me and all these different things. Anyway, so after much collaboration and talking, we figured out that he wasn't living his best life going to this place. He hated it. He hated the numbers. He hated doing all these. He quit.
Okay.
Started a business. I forget what it was. Started a business, making a little bit less money in the beginning for obvious reasons, right? But his wife was just like, it's like I've married a new man.
He was happier.
He was happier. He was coming home. He was excited. Sometimes working even longer hours. But he was just a happy person, right? And yeah, sometimes we make the mistakes that and then especially immigrant parents.
Yeah.
So my mom, my dad, it was like, we came to this country for you, and that's a lot of pressure to put on kids. That the exodus was done because of them, right?
To give you a better life.
And then if you're not taking advantage by going to school and being licensed in anything, then you're being ungrateful because we came to this country for you. And that's the worst thing you can say to a kid. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the pressures of that.
Yeah.
But you gotta do what you love, right? Do you have vision boards with your kids?
We right now we still have to make one. Well, New Year's coming, so we're gonna be making one. But in the past, we have done vision boards with them.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool when they accomplish things. They check it off, and then they got this sense of, oh, I did that.
Check off.
When we do our vision boards, we do for things that we want or things that we want to do or become, right?
Okay.
So they're pictures. And then if we have done or they have done that particular thing, they check it off. Like,
Really?
Yeah. Like, this is what I've done. And it's a great visual. It gives them that sense of, you know what? I did it. It was hard. It was uncomfortable, but I know I can do it.
Okay. So here's a question here for you. How do you balance ambition with presence at home?
That's always been a hard one for me.
For you? There's no way. Ambition and being present?
Ambition and being present.
Like
yeah.
ambition, we're like, oh, I got to get things done. You're
Yes.
like your 12, 13,
No.
14 hours.
No.
And then being at home.
No. It's in the sense where I would, you know, my goals, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my goals have always been to create an income from creating, to be an entrepreneur. I do feel like one of my learning curves has been knowing how to still be a mother, because being a mother to me is one of my top priorities, right?
Yeah.
So balancing my career goals, my entrepreneur goals, with still being present with the kids, right? And I want to say that sometimes I have given priority to my family over the things that I've wanted.
Yes.
But I feel like it's been sometimes me being scared and being like, okay, I want to be a mom. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. And I've kind of put my ambition a little bit on the lower side because I've been scared. I haven't known how to do it. I've been like, I guess I've been worried about maybe what other people think. I don't know. There's like a lot of things that happen in my head.
We had this conversation
This
about
is
MTC life.
100%. This is our fight. If you heard us last time that we fought, this was like a premise of it, right?
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I think I'm better now. I think as of right now, I have created structure in a sense to accomplish some of the goals that I've set for years that I was going to do, where now I am accomplishing those things. But it's been hard for me to find that balance and work through guilt and sometimes even feelings of shame and feelings of like not being enough. Yeah. So I think for that, it's a work in progress. I think it's going to be very much based on your values. I think it's going to be based on your support systems around you, because maybe you have this great ambition, but maybe your partner is not super on board with what you want. Not to say that that's me. Like, Mike has always been on board with what he's like. If anything, he's probably frustrated with me that I haven't like done a lot of the things that I've said that I was going to do. Right.
Yeah. I was having this conversation with Tegan because this whole week has been very interesting for us. But, and I don't want to sound...
Okay, go for it.
I know, I don't want to sound sexist because it's not a sexist comment.
Okay. Say it. I'm interested to hear.
I know, but it's not a sexist comment though.
Okay, so you're prefacing it. This is not meant to be a sexist comment.
Not meant...
It may sound like it, but it's not meant to. And sometimes we say things that sound a little bit off, but they're not meant that way. Go for
Yeah.
it.
So this is not... I'm telling you right now, this is not meant... Actually, there's some comments here. Hang on one second.
I'm ready.
Always remember that the needs and not wants. Absolutely. Oh, but Guerra, what's up, buddy? Sometimes we forget that that wants at times supersedes what we need, and we need to change that mindset. Absolutely. Do a free victory lap in high school.
Oh, that's if you don't have the grades that you need, or you want to take a year off, but maybe you want to keep improving your grades, you can actually go back to high school for an extra year.
Okay. All right. So this, and again, don't.
Just say it, man.
No, I know, but I got to be careful because we're living this
say it.
cancel culture.
Who cares? I mean, like, people can say that they cancel you, and then we'll still show up. Technically, you can't really cancel anyone. Anyway.
That, I guess because of society, the expectation to work long hours is more put on the men than it is on the woman.
Yes. I can agree with that.
Okay. And so because the expectation is that the men can work or should work or want to work, whatever acronym there, but works longer hours, and then the woman doesn't work as longer hours, we're also fighting against those expectations. And I think a lot of the women that are career women or career moms, not career mom, but career women, they feel bad because society's telling them, well, it's got to be the man that's working longer hours and you should be at home. And
but you know what though, I can kind of see that too, because I mean sometimes in culture men do just have certain more opportunities available to them than women do. So I think there is a little bit. Our world is not perfect. It's led by people who are not perfect. So obviously there are going to be circumstances that happen. And I guess I'm thinking of my experience and maybe the experience of other women, but physiologically, mentally, sometimes men and women are different.
They are.
Men and women, like for women, it's easier to be nurturing. It's easier to be sort of that softer hand in the home. For a man, usually what comes more natural to them is being the disciplinarian and the provider, right? So I think sometimes when we try to fight about what's inherently within us, that's where that conflict and that kind of comes in.
So 100%. But I'm talking about like there's two types of women out there. The ones that want to be that home provider, that want to take a step back and just be focused more on the home and being a career homemaker. And that is a career of itself, right? Like, I mean, not to take away from it. And then they do what they do. And then there's also those women
career-driven women.
No. There's also the women that are homemakers, but they want to be a career person.
Okay.
But because society is saying they should be a career homemaker,
okay,
they're pushing back. They're pushing back against that stigma that they want to be out there. Am I making sense?
You are, but to me, in a sense, I'm like, I don't know though, because now we live in a society where technically you need two incomes in order to be able to provide for your family. Things are expensive, inflation happens.
I know some people that want to work longer hours, but there's this expectation that they should be at home.
Yeah, and I do get that. It's the guilt that, you know, like my kids are not seeing me. Who's doing the raising for my kids? They're either, and maybe that dad is also working. Maybe dad is also burned out, right? Like, so I do get that. I don't know. I think it just as human beings, we have to put up with a lot of friction.
So what do you say to that? So for the lady, for the woman,
okay,
that wants to be a career, that not that has to be. No, we're not talking about two income.
Yes, we're talking about women who choose these different paths.
Or that wants to be out there. So let me give you another example. I have a friend from high school.
Okay.
And I think we've talked about her before, where she was a stay-home mom and he was he was a worker, right? And then they both were not happy.
Okay.
Like they were not happy at all. And so they came together, they talked about it, and they realized they weren't happy. They weren't not happy with each other. They just were not happy with what they were doing.
Yeah.
They both talked about it, and they realized that she wanted to be a career person. Like she wanted a 9-to-5 job. She wanted to work downtown Toronto. There was a job waiting for her because she was on mat leave, and he wanted to stay at home.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go to those parent council meetings. He wanted to be selling pizza at the kids' school and doing those trips. And so they were not happy what they were doing before. He was out working. He was a stay-home mom. And then what they decided to do was flip the script. And so she was a career person and he was a stay-home dad. And they are loving their life.
Hey, as long as it works for your family, at the end of the day, I think the first person that you need to talk to is your spouse.
Yeah.
And figure out with them, because I think sometimes in an effort to just, when you choose to get married to someone, you're choosing to now do what's best for the family, not just to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
Like the needs of the family do come before, right? And so I think at that point, he was unhappy, she was unhappy. They made it work. Now, having in essence, what I'm trying to say, and I guess what I would advise you to do, is that you have to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your spouse.
Yeah, that's the answer, I think.
You have to tell them what you're feeling. You have to say all the things that are in your heart. And then you have to give your spouse the same freedom to say it, and know that it's going to be messy, know that there's going to be tears, that you're going to feel awkward and upset, and maybe he will. But after you overcome that, then now you get to build something together, something that works not just for you, but for him as well and for the family.
Yeah, I think that's the answer. If she wants to be a career person, but society's telling her that she has to be at home to be a stay-home mom, and she's not happy, I think there needs to be that healthy conversation with your partner.
Exactly.
And then just be like, hey, and again, this is why I respect this friend of mine. It's because they did. They both came together and they're like, we're not happy. And then they just flipped the scripts. And then they're living their best life right now.
Exactly. And especially right now that we're talking about families and we're talking about building your family unit. I actually watched a video today. It was online. And I really, really liked what she said. She talked about that we live in a culture where we are so sometimes child-centered, that we're so worried about our children having activities and play dates and all that, and everything becomes about our kids. And anyways, she started talking about a book that she read, and she talked about how it's healthy for it to be a family culture and not a kid culture, where the kids come along to what the family is doing. And one of the things that she said is that when her kids are kind of talking, she always says, you know what? She's like, sometimes you won't get to do what you want. Sometimes I won't get to do what I want, because we have to think about the needs of our family and always treat each other with kindness. So I think when you're stepping into that family, that's what you have to, and it's not a step back. It's not something that is horrible. If anything, you're going to be happier. Right? So. Yeah.
Well, we got some comments here. So Saran says, hi, good morning. What's up, buddy? Hey, Manuel Garcia. What's up, buddy? Miss you all. And then Alexander Lopez is Grand Rise, Miguel and Maria. Being a while, good to see you guys are still not agreeing.
You know it.
It's been.
It makes it a healthy conversation. Can you imagine if we're both always on the same page? That'd be so weird. That wouldn't be possible.
Yeah. But I think you cross the line sometimes, and you know it because the minute you get home, and what does Mike tell you? I think you know that you took it too far.
Let me just be me, okay? You need to let me be me, Michael. You need to let me be me. Just
took a wild turn. Jeez. So everything that we've been talking about, progression and wanting to be different, just out the window. Just you do you.
Do you?
Screw everybody else.
That's what society wants you to do. And push society aside. Do what's best for you and your family.
Yeah. I think that's when it comes to any of these habits, right? So, and again, going back, we take a look at these 7 habits, right? Healthy habits, mindset habits, relationship habits, career and success habits, spiritual habits, financial habits, and environmental habits. Any of these habits, the main, and this is what I tell my kids all the time, the key component to everything, the greatest lesson that you can learn is how to communicate.
Yeah.
If you can have develop that skill to really speak from the heart and speak your truth.
I hate that word.
I hate that word so much. But speak your mind, right? I think you are going to be very successful in anything you do, whether it be relationship, career, education. If you just learn to use your words.
It's so true. I always tell my kids that, listen, no matter what you do in whatever career path, communication skills, people skills, number 1.
100%.
People have growth in their career because they have people skills.
Yep.
Not always will they be the best of the best at what they do, but if you're okay and you're doing pretty good in what you do, but you have next level skills, you're going to be progressing through life.
Yeah, 100%. Now, there's one thing that I do want to talk about before we go. So actually, one set aside, building a legacy that outlives your career is always the main goal, right? So whatever it is that you're building, make sure that whatever you're leaving behind, it outlives you. And then there's foreverness, right?
I actually like what it says here. It says building a legacy that outlives your career, not just wealth, but wisdom.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Teach your kids of the how you build. If you have wealth, how did you build the wealth? Because guess what? If the wealth is gone, they're going to be able to rebuild it.
100%.
Teach your kids how to maintain a positive relationship.
Yeah.
Because when their relationship breaks down, then they can think of you and how you did it, and they can use those habits as well.
Yeah. So work towards that, teaching your kids stewardship and work ethics. You have to teach your kids that. But the one thing that I want to leave with you right now is giving back. So teaching kids how to give back, service, and tithing.
I love that.
Right? It's and I think that is the separator of raising a child that is selfish, wealthy and selfish, versus wealthy and giving, and just being a good person.
Yeah.
Right. And so,
what do you guys do as a family service? Do you guys have anything that you do for family service?
Yeah, we try to. You have to go somewhere?
No, sorry. It habit. It's so bad. I should take off my watch where it just vibrates and I just look. You do the same thing, so relax.
I put it on I do not disturb.
Anyway, go on. You were saying?
Yeah, I put it on do not disturb because I'm respectful of people's times.
You're just trying to find a segue because you don't do any service.
I do just
Just kidding.
So anytime in the church, there are tons of opportunity. It's like being a member of the church is probably one of the easiest things is finding opportunities to provide service.
You serve others.
Yeah. In our ward or in congregations, there are 3 congregations that meet up, and every 4 months, each ward is in charge of the cleanup. Mm-hmm. Right. And so when it's our 4 months to clean up, you sign up 1 to 2 Saturdays in that 4 months. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We sign up every Saturday.
Yeah.
And they're like, Dad, we only have to do, and I've only heard them complain once really since we've been doing this. It's like, Dad, we come here every Saturday. And I go, absolutely. I go, Christ and this church has given us so much. The least that we can do is give 2 hours to clean the Lord's house.
Listen, it builds ownership, right? If you're not taking care of something, then you don't care if you throw something out, right?
Yeah. So I'm there every Saturday. Unless I'm working, I'm not there. But I'm there pretty much almost every Saturday.
Yeah.
And then again, when a member calls and then like, oh, we need help moving, or we need whatever, or I need a blessing, or can you come and pray for us or whatever, I always bring one of my kids.
Yeah.
Always. In even if they don't have the priesthood, they see Dad giving service.
Yeah.
And and then yeah. So that's, anyways. Yeah, we always volunteer and stuff.
Yeah.
I did know one family that used to come to our ward, and every summer they would buy a bunch of bread and a bunch of like whatever. They would make sandwiches, and then they would go to Toronto and then give out lunch bags for the homeless.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That was a good family. It was a good thing. What do we have here? Really nice to see. The wish I would meet you before. Oh, buddy. So he's a new friend into our ward.
Oh, hi.
Such a nice guy. This is Jahangir. I'm sorry. I know him by another name. But anyways, such a good guy. He's always participating. He's always taking notes too. And then he carries this like book of notes from every lesson.
It's his book of knowledge. I love it.
I'm telling you right now, he's a good guy. Really nice to see you. Lopez, or get fired because you don't have to, or you have the skills to do your job, and you both need. Absolutely. Oh, what?
You're like, absolutely.
Talk about firing us? Or firing
He's
her?
like, oh, he's going to fire. No, just kidding. I think it was probably related to what we were saying at the time.
Yeah. Wealth comes and goes, but your skills the same. And always give yourself to God. And yeah, absolutely. Alexander also says here at the bottom, but you don't have to be in church to be good and help others. Just the person that is not connected to compassion to others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Preach. But
Yeah.
you can find any institution, any place where you give service, even the kindness of how you treat your neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah. And then again, going back to, you don't have to be a member of our church to give service. All I said was being a member of this church, there are tons of opportunities to find ways to give service. But Alexander's absolutely correct. I used to do not workshops. I used to volunteer Big Brothers.
Yeah.
Right. And go to the YMCA and volunteer your time. The school that I used to teach, we put together a team, and we twice a year, we would pick a park and we would go clean up the garbage at the park, right? So there's tons of ways that you can do, but just again,
if you're parents and you have your kids in sports, volunteer to be a coach. I have found in many of the teams that I've been a part of, they always have such a hard time finding coaches. Yeah. It does take a lot, but I promise you it's worth it. Yeah. I'm always so grateful for the people that do volunteer to coach. Yeah. And then the other thing is that they always are looking for people to like team manage and stuff like that. So if you have your kids in any kind of thing, volunteer for that. Yeah. Right? So there's opportunities all around you.
I used to coach a T-ball team.
Yeah.
When I first came back from a mission.
I coached Ruby's T-ball team. Most stressful time I ever had in my whole life.
Yeah. No. But so you had skin in the game. You have a child in the game.
But you had
I'm telling you, I was
amazing.
Fresh off my mission, and I was like, I want to volunteer, and then I signed up for like a T-ball coaching manager position. I got it, and so here I am, 21. Coaching this group of kids the patience you have to have when they're not your kids. Oh my gosh.
When they're little, it is definitely, it's more about the social aspect and building skills.
Yeah.
Anyway.
His name's Ali. He's the guy from our church.
Oh, nice to meet you, Ali.
Again, nicest guy ever.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, that is done, diddly done. So, what is your takeaway for today?
That I am going to help you. And my service to
Are
you
you still stuck on that?
is going to be helping you open yourself up to new friendships.
Can you? I need you to go away. I need you to.
Please ask me how that is doing. And if you see him, join me in this effort. This can be a podcast effort where we help Miguel
I will.
feel more comfort in wherever he is.
I will find a corner.
If you find him in the car and he's telling you he's working, he is not working. He is not. I promise you, he is not working. Or on a call. He's probably not even on a call, even if he puts his phone to his ear.
I was on YouTube watching shorts.
I know. Probably like something funny because you were de-stressing.
I was. I hate that you know me so well. I hate that you know me. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, share, subscribe to all of these different things here. And yeah, we need the sponsorship.
Get a minute, don't know. Get a minute of your time. Get a minute of your. Let it.
I sure gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. Part of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. When no one's to be found, what keeps you eased out? What takes you off your mind?
Guess you want this, I want this. Everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them.